I started smoking weed recently. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's for my pre-diabetes, you know what I mean? So the doctor said eat a lot more greens. I'm like, say no more. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'm new to like smoking weed, and it's good. It helps, but I have a friend who works for a lab, right? Not a dispensary. He works for a lab, and they pay him $2,500 a month to smoke weed. And they send him stuff to try out, and he smokes it, and he takes data. I looked at his data. One of them said, this is good. Not even a period at the end, just left out there. This is good. And gets paid $2,500 a month. So my homie comes home one day and goes, hey man, I got this new weed stuff and it's not very good. He's like, I think you would like this. This is like pretty weak stuff. I said, no, like your tolerance is very high. So your weak stuff might be the most devastating thing for me. He goes, just take a little hit, see if you like it. I'm like, all right. So I took a little hit. That's all I did. And he got mad. He goes, the smoke didn't even hit your lungs. I said, bro, I know my body. 10 minutes later, I'm the highest I've ever been. Like high. Like I started doing that thing, like you know that thing that you do when you're high, the act normal, act normal, act normal, act normal, act normal, act normal. My homie's like, you gotta say that shit inside, bro. I said, oh shit, thank you for telling me, man. I'm freaking everybody out, man. We got so high, we ended up at the gym. Neither of us have gym memberships. We were in there, man. He's like, my homie's a buffer guy, so he knows how to use the machines and all that. I'm in there just walking around high, holding my head closed. The only machine I knew how to use in there was a water fountain machine. I was killing it. You ever drink so much water when you're high you can hear it when you turn? You turn, you're like, what's going on? You lay down and just do this. It calms you down. You just... I was high, man, just walking around. And my homie's looking at me the whole time. I'm just walking around, he's just looking at me pace. And he yells at me, he goes, hey man, work out. And I whisper back, I'm like, I'm high. But I see what he's doing, and obviously it's working. It's like, I gotta sweat it out. So I copy what he's doing, right? I'm like, all right, just go. But I tell myself, count out loud. 1, it will help you, and 2, I think people wanna know what set you're on. Right, so I'm in there, 1, 2. I'm making eye contact with people, 3. I'm 50 reps in before I realized I never picked up a weight. I thought I looked good in the mirror. I'm like, hell yeah, look at this. Muscles, tattoos, turns out no mirror. I was staring at a cholo that kind of looked like me. He said, what the fuck you looking at? I said, my bad, bro, my bad. I don't have muscles or tattoos, sorry about that. Yeah, we were so high, we weren't even at the gym. We're at Dick's Sporting Goods. It's like, who let us in here, man? Edibles I won't do anymore. I learned my lesson. The problem with edibles is the word edible. That's a cute word. Right, if somebody's like, you want an edible? You're like, I want an edible, hell yeah. They gotta change it to devastating. That way you know what you're about to get into. Right? If somebody goes, you want a devastating? It's like, I got my whole life ahead of me. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. My homie gave me a cookie about this big, right? A little cookie. 3 sprinkles, good presentation. Right? I didn't want to eat it. I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. He goes, you should try it. I said, nah, I've never done edibles. This is, nah. I'm like, it smells already pretty loud. I'm good, you know. He goes, you should try it. I said, I won't. He's like, come on, bro, just try it. I'm like, all right. He's like, just don't eat the whole... I'm like, what? He's like, don't eat the whole thing. I said, I fucked up? He's like, you fucked up, bro. I was high for 1 week. I've never felt and heard my heartbeat on my asshole before. Just I'm like, what is that? I would sit down, I can feel myself rise. Just like, what did I just eat, a subwoofer? What is that? Here's a story. I had a show that day, and I was already like just going downhill. I was spiraling, and I'm sitting there pretty high, and I started getting what's called zoomies. You're right, like one eye zooms in, this eye zooms out, and they switch. I don't know what that was, but man, I was nauseous. I was sick. And my homie is just sitting in front of me crying, laughing. He's like, you're high, bro. I'm like, yeah, obviously. And he's just staring at me, and I'm just like spiraling. He goes, hey, like, I know you have a show, but don't even worry about it. I'll give you a ride. I'm like, that's not the problem right now. He's like, don't worry. So I get high. Keep getting high. And my homie looks at his watch. He goes, hey, man, we're like 30 minutes away from the show, and you're about to start in 30 minutes. We should leave now. We're going to be late. I said, shit. What am I going to do now? I have to take the ride. So I get in the car, put on the seatbelt. Like, you ever get in a car and you move forward and it locks you in right here? I stay like that the whole ride. My back never touched the seat. I just stay like this, chest out. My homie's driving, he's looking at me, he's like, you want to lay back? I said, nah, fuck it, I want to see shit before you do, bro. And he's driving, looking at me. I don't even look at him, and the whole left side of my face is hot from his laughter. He's like, you're high. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not looking at you, bro. And he's driving. We get to a red light, right? We get to a red light, and out of the corner of my left eye, I see my homie do one of these, right? And he goes, oh, shit, and I freak out. I said, what happened? He's like, bro, don't look out the window. I said, shit, you want to tell me why? He's like, bro, my supervisor is right next to us. I said, shit, are we in trouble? And he goes, you don't work with me. I'm like, oh, that checks out for sure. Yeah. He goes, I hate that fool. I said, I hate him too, man. He's all right, this is what we're going to do when we get to the next red light. And he's still like hiding in my silhouette, you know. He said, when we get to the next red light, I want you to moon this motherfucker. I said, Jacob, you've been nothing but a good friend to me. This is the least I can do for you. The light turns green, we take off, I'm unbuckling, I'm getting the shirt up, I'm helping out the homie. He's giving me a ride, this is the least I can do. So we get to the red light, I go for it. Just mooned him, and that's when I realized how high it was, because I'm looking out the window to the person I'm supposed to be mooning. And we just stare at each other. I'm confused, I'm like, can I see out of there? That's interesting. And the guy was a good guy. He rolled down his window. The supervisor goes, hey, man, you need directions? I'm like, damn, he's a good guy. And I'm just there going, ha. The only thing that came out in that moment was, you got mustard on your shirt, bro. Oh, thank you. And he took off. And then at that point, I sit down, I realize what happened, right? I sit back down, I'm looking at my homie, he's pissed. He won't even look at me, he's driving aggressively. I'm like, hey man, slow down. So I'm like buttoning up, and then he's not talking to me, so I tap him on the shoulder, I'm like, hey man, he's like, get the fuck off me, man. Let's go, are you that upset? He's like, bro, you showed me your asshole, man. I'm like, obviously I didn't mean to, bro. He's like, oh no, then why'd you wink at me? I'm like, it does that, bro, it does that, I can't control it. I'm like, no more edibles ever again, bro. Yeah, man.